Alright, let's get into it. We're gonna be playing Loverwatch. Love Never Dies. The official but non-canon Overwatch 2 dating sim. Now with 30% more punctuation. Are you ready to play this thing? First, tell me what non-canon means. We're glad you asked. Basically, there are parts of the Overwatch story that are real and other parts that are hypothetical. This dating sim is one of those hypothetical, non-canon stories like if Wrecking Ball and Tracer talk about how they both love cheeseburgers before a PvP match. Tracer and Wrecking Ball may love cheeseburgers, they've just never met officially and actually had that conversation. Not yet. Also, this dating sim kicks down the fourth wall and stomps all over it with muddy boots. Does that answer your question? Almost. So are you saying that I should just enjoy this thing and not rush off to update fan wikis with anything I read in here? We couldn't have said it better ourselves. You guys did say that. That was all you. One last thing. Am I also portraying a non-canon version of me? That's, really up to you. This is getting a little too meta for us, and we wrote this. Fine, fine. Let's all get started pretending and play this thing. Player. Baba. Your name is Baba. Continue. Yes, I'm ready. Set the scene already. Alright, it's thinking really hard. It's Friday night in the big city. You could use a laugh after the week you've had. The Laugh Attic is one of the most tragically unfunny comedy clubs in town. But you love watching people bomb on open mic. Sometimes, that people is you. True. Except all my jokes are S tier. It's particularly dark tonight. So dark, it'll make for quite the dramatic reveal when your eyes adjust and you see who is sitting at the table in the corner. Eyes adjusting. 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 Oh my. Oh my. Is that who you think it is? Why are there only two options? What if I wanted to see, just as a thoroughly random example, Bastion? Whoa, pace yourself there. You haven't even had your first date yet. Two options are plenty for now, and maybe we'll add more dating sim opportunities in the future. We're not saying this is some kind of test version of a potentially more robust dating adventure. But we're also not saying that. Now, who do you see in the corner? I see Genji. I already seen the Mercy playthrough, so I'm gonna skip that one. It's Genji. Ninja, cyborg, and all-around bad boy from Overwatch. No matter how many times you blink, he's still there, and you're completely love-struck. We're gonna romance it. Love-struck. God, look at him. What a man robot. Ugh. You didn't know you had a thing for cyborg ninjas. Ninjas? Sure. Cyborgs? Sure. But a cyborg ninja? That's a first for you. Your heart starts racing. You're overwhelmed with happy neurochemicals, which are in short supply these days. True, brother, preach. Yeah. Oh boy. Hark! Do I hear the sound of a beating heart fast and smell the sweat on your palms? I am Cupid, the hero of love, in all its varieties. It is my sworn duty to answer the cries of all who desire to love, and guide them to fulfillment. You look around, wondering if anyone else can see this, or are you hallucinating? Do not worry. You are the only one who sees me. I do not interfere in the mortal realm. Consider me the angel on your shoulder, who will point you in the right direction. Okay, that's definite maybe on the hallucination thing, but maybe this hallucination can help you. Now tell me, are you in love? Hold up. You're not Cupid. You're Hanzo Shimada. From the free-to-play game Overwatch 2, sequel to the not free-to-play game Overwatch 1. Which I have, of course, played because I just recognized you as Hanzo Shimada.
I get that a lot. But no matter how similar I am to the character in Overwatch, rest assured, I am Cupid, champion of love. However, it is entirely possible that Hanzo Shimada will have a skin based on me in the shop.
What a coincidence.
Indeed. Now tell me, are you feeling the signs of love?
Nope. That's just my baseline anxiety.
Anxiety and affection can sometimes feel similar, but fear not. I am here to guide you through all of love's intricacies. So do you wish to win the heart of Genji?
Wait, there was another option, wasn't there?
There was. Not anymore.
Okay, that was weirdly ominous. He killed Mercy.
I will not ask again. So do you wish to win the heart of Genji?
Yes, I want to win the heart of Genji. Are you kidding? That's why I'm here.
Genji? Truly?
Yeah, I mean, there were only two options, as you made sure I was aware.
Of course, it's just that, well, to call Genji difficult would be an understatement.
Is this because of the lore or something?
The what?
The Overwatch lore. You know, Genji was the younger brother of Hanzo. Genji was the younger brother Hanzo killed and felt guilt over ever since. Only, Genji wasn't actually dead, he was alive, but a cyborg, and Hanzo learned this, but he was still kind of upset about the whole thing, I think. Cupid looks troubled.
That summary heavily favors Genji view of matters, I feel.
Look man, it's all I saw on the shore.
But no, I am merely saying that reaching Genji's heart will be a difficult task.
Sure, whatever you say, Mr. Grumpy Toga.
If you wish to pursue Genji, then I am obligated to help you. It is your love life, no matter how foolish.
Well then, how do you think I should approach, Cupid?
You have to introduce yourself, of course. You cannot start down the path of romance without first speaking to him. And given that he strikes me as a selfish, immature person, I would recommend keeping your conversations focused on him. He has always struggled with his sense of self, so do your best to appeal to his interest.
You hope you'll get over this hostility for Genji soon, definitely. But that's not what's important right now. What is important is whether or not Genji will feel any hostility toward you. With Cupid's words in mind, you build up the courage to approach Genji. Excuse me? The ninja turns to face you. Look at that man. The purple glow of the club's neon lights illuminates his metal mask.
Are you ready? Are you talking to me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just saw you and I wanted to say, your heart starts to pound in your ears and your mouth can't find the words to speak.
Well, say something. And remember, your choices will affect how he feels about you. I need healing.
Alright. Do you need healing?
I know my reputation. It is hurtful. But also, yes, I could use healing. I warned you he would be difficult to deal with. Anyway, I don't think I've seen you around before. I'm Genji. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Baba. Nice to meet you, Genji.
Baba, huh? That's pretty cool. Reminds me of Baba from the game Baba's Odyssey.
Yes, my favorite game. I love that game. My parents were actually such big fans, they named me after it. I've been playing since I was born.
That's amazing. I was just named after the 11th century work The Tale of Genji, which is alright, but certainly no Baba's Odyssey.
True. True. The Tale of Genji really doesn't hit the same slot Baba's Odyssey does. I still think it's pretty cool.
Thanks. Hey, did you want to sit down? The next set is starting soon. Maybe we could watch together.
I'm not gonna get, like, banned, am I? Am I gonna get banned for this? You take a seat next to Genji and watch a few sets. You can't tell if he ever cracks a smile, but he certainly doesn't laugh at any point. Weird energy to bring to a comedy club. But before you can spend too many minutes basking in the awkward silence, Cupid returns, bringing you more helpful advice.
Well, what are you waiting for? Show him you can be exciting. Go, perform a set.
Not for free. Are you kidding me? My material is iconic. I'm not sharing it without pay.
Is the payment of love not sufficient for your talents?
No. Love can't pay my rent.
Well, humor me and pretend it can. Look, someone just finished their material. Get up there and impress your date.
The person gets off the mic to some paltry claps, and when no one stands to take their place, you take initiative to get on stage. That's what I'm all about. That's what separates me from all these D-tier comedians. Hello, everyone. I would be honored to share a joke with you fine people. You look out over the audience, and you see Genji looking back at you with what you assume is curiosity. While you could make just any joke, you have to wonder, what would make him laugh? Tell a joke about cyborgs. You tap on the mic, and the feedback rings in your ears. You lean in close.
Do you know how much it costs to become a cyborg these days?
The crowd holds its breath. An arm and a leg. Silence. It feels like you've been teleported into a soundproofed void. Not a soul in the crowd has any reaction to spare. You almost wish they'd boo you, just so you could know they're still there. But among them you see Genji. He looks at his arms and legs, both of which have been replaced with cybernetic parts. A quiet chuckle escapes him.
Oh, that's true!
Ignoring the appalled stares of the rest of the audience, you make your way back to your seat next to Genji. He seems warmer, leaning in toward you.
I liked your joke, just so you know. My procedure cost me an arm and 2 legs, but I still found it funny.
Making you laugh was the goal. My sweet, sweet Genji. You cannot deflect my love, my feelings. They will reach you. I'm glad to hear you thought it was funny. I was mostly looking to make you laugh. For once, the ever-confident cyborg ninja seems a bit shy. He rubs his arm nervously. Come on, they could have made it blush. Oh, they did!
It has been a really nice... it has been really nice hanging out with you. Do you think you'd want to go on another date sometime?
Oh, wow. This was a date?
Genji shrugs. We're in a dating sim. I kind of assumed.
You're right. But yeah, that does make sense. Is it strange we know that?
A little. Anyway, about that second date.
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful, Genji. Genji sighs. A weight leaves his shoulders.
I can't wait. Guess I'll see you again soon.
Sooner than you think, Genji. He leaves, and you're left alone in the comedy club. Not for long, though, as Cupid soon reappears.
I sense the buds of romance are already beginning to blossom.
How do you think things went?
He seemed, pleased, but there is always room for improvement. I recommend doing your best to ensure he feels comfortable with you.
I think my Hanzo voice may have changed.
But, good or bad, your date is in the past, and we still have a long road ahead of us if you truly wish for Genji's heart to be yours.
When Genji reaches out to you again, he suggests grabbing dinner for your second date. He even picks out a restaurant, Café Azul, in Monaco, the exclusive playground of the ultra rich. Luckily, you live in the hopeful future. You can just hop on a transatlantic train and arrive in Monaco in a short few hours. Neat, huh? Yeah, that's pretty cool. You arrive at the restaurant, and it looks as classy as the name might imply. A robot brings you to your table, where Genji awaits you.
Please tell me he's not wearing the same hoodie he wore to the comedy club.
If I owned a hoodie that cool, I'd wear it every chance I got. True. I mean, look at it. If I owned a hoodie that cool, I'd wear it every chance I got, too.
Even to a 5-star restaurant?
Brother, you have no idea what I wear. Especially to a 5-star restaurant.
No wonder you need my help.
You take your seat across from Genji, and he seems to light up at your presence.
Oh, Baba! I did not expect to see you here.
You invited me here? For a date?
Oh, yeah. I guess so. Anyway, how was the ride over?
I witnessed the horrors of the deep ocean. Those transatlantic trains take you deep under the ocean, you know? Way deep. There are places that humanity was never meant to venture. The depths of the ocean harbor monsters beyond our most tortured imaginations, and more still remains to be discovered, if we are truly foolish enough to search for it. Tell me, what becomes of a mind isolated beneath the crushing depths? Perhaps we, too, would mirror those tormented figures wandering on the ocean floor, were we subjected to the same conditions. Or maybe we are already monsters, and they are the ones who fear us.
I need healing. Oh, glad to hear it went okay then. I'm happy you could come. I've really been looking forward to spending more time with you.
You don't have much time to feel bashful before the waitron returns to your table to take your order. You look over your holo menu, which is like a regular menu, but a hologram since it's the future.
You should think carefully about what you order. Maybe choose something he'd like as well.
Come on, even your dinner is going to affect this guy's opinion of you? These dating sims are hard work. In that case, what will you order for dinner? What is Genji's favorite food? Let's find out.
I'll have
the Rikimaru ramen.
That's my favorite food.
I don't know what that was.
How did you know?
Easy. It's in the official Overwatch cookbook.
Well, in that case, I'll take the Rikimaru ramen too.
The Waitron's "we don't have that on the menu" program seems to be overridden by its "the customer is always right" subroutine, and so it takes your order back to the kitchen without complaint.
That's really cool of you to order my favorite food for dinner. If there were an official Baba cookbook, I would have ordered yours too.
You make note of his idea. You're always looking for more merchandising opportunities. Yep. Check out the Baba Ganoushi 7 cookbook. Link in the description. The two of you spend time chatting, and after a few short minutes, the Waitron brings out your meal. 2 bowls of Rikimaru ramen, and it's honestly impressive that such a nice restaurant could make a dish look like it come from a cheap ramen shop.
This looks good, just as good as the real thing from Hanamura. All it's missing is the Murloc bowl. Then it'd be perfect.
Oh no. How could they forget the Murloc bowl? That's half the fun for Rikimaru ramen. Huh. Let me go check with the waiter. Maybe they have Murloc bowls in the back. You fetch the Waitron, explaining that Rikimaru ramen just isn't the same when it's not in branded bowls. Unfortunately, the restaurant doesn't have any Murloc bowls on hand, but they are able to draw a crude recreation on 2 of the regular bowls. When you return to the table, Genji looks completely deflated. You sit across from him, and he barely even acknowledges your presence. Even Cupid seems troubled by his sudden shift in mood.
Perhaps you should check on him, Baba.
Hey, is everything okay? You seem bummed out. Genji shrugs.
Sorry, another diner recognized me while you were gone. They came over to talk to me.
Oh, did they ask for your autograph or something?
No, they actually recognized me from the Blackwatch incident. They had,
I don't know what that...
less than kind words to share with me.
The Blackwatch incident? What was the Blackwatch incident?
I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. It was international news a while ago. When I first became a cyborg, I worked for a group called Blackwatch, Overwatch's Black Ops division.
Oh.
Yes, I hoped we would make the world a better place, but oh my god, on occasion we did terrible things to achieve that goal, until one incident exposed our existence to the public and put the entire organization under immense scrutiny. It seems even now people have not forgotten what we did, what I did.
I'm so sorry, Genji. I can't believe someone would give you trouble about it here.
It's alright. I am not proud of who I was then, but I will admit, it is discouraging. I have tried my best to become a better person, but I fear my past will always haunt me. Some days it feels there's nothing I can do to move on from who I was.
He sighs, propping his head against his hand dejectedly. It's a heart-rending sight. Oh, my precious Genji. If only you could deflect their words.
It seems he could use your reassurance. A small gesture might go a long way.
Apparently, even Cupid has sense to put aside his bitterness towards Genji when he's in this state. What do you do to cheer Genji up? Beat up whoever was mean to him. You know what? I think I'll give this jerk a piece of my mind. You stand from your chair, ready to demand that Genji point you to the one responsible for making him feel so down when he grabs your wrist.
Please, I do not want to cause more trouble.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I appreciate it, but I'd rather just spend more time with you. There's no point in dwelling on it much longer. Plus, if you start a fight, then I'm going to have to step in, and we'll have to spend the rest of the night listening to people tell me how cool my swords are and stuff, so let's just not.
Deciding to listen to him, you sit back down. Genji seems relieved he won't escalate the issue, as does Cupid.
Let's eat, huh? Our food is getting cold.
The two of you finally enjoy your night as it was supposed to go. You don't know how Genji eats with his mask on, but every time you look away, more food disappears from his plate. You assume it's getting into his mouth one way or another. I think he's actually deflecting the hunger as it comes to him. By the time you are done eating, Genji seems happier than ever. You're glad the evening is going in a more positive direction.
By the way, I wanted to ask you about something.
Shoot.
How would you feel about going somewhere special for our next date?
Anywhere that's special to you is special to me, Genji. That one doesn't earn you any points with Genji, but it makes him blush. And isn't that worth more than any kind of gameplay progression?
I was hoping we could go somewhere that's really special to me. How would you feel about a trip to Nepal?
We're traveling an awful lot. This feels like a lot of traveling. Do I have a job in this universe, or, like, responsibilities?
You have a job with unlimited PTO, and your boss is really cool.
Ah, I bet it's Torbjorn. Oh, nice. Well, in that case, sure. Paul sounds great.
Okay, I'll see you there. I hope it'll be really special. I had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks again, Baba.
Of course, Genji. I hope my feelings reach you. Genji departs from the restaurant, and you're left alone. Well, as alone as you can be when you're haunted by the vessel of Valentine's.
Another date done, with a third to come. Most impressive, Baba.
Thanks. How do you think Genji and I are doing?
You are close to his heart, but you haven't reached it quite yet. Keep trying to put him first whenever possible. But there's still another date in your future. Do what you can to prepare. I sense this one will be the most important of all.
The third date awaits. Let's go. Classic map. Very good. You ascend the snowy mountains in Nepal, and the cold rudely seeps right through every layer of clothing you wore. Hard to believe that just a few days ago you were telling jokes in a comedy club, and now this is what's expected of you to keep this relationship going. Anything for Genji. As you're trudging along, Cupid appears again. Thankfully, you know his deal by now. Or you'd think you were seeing things thanks to the hypothermia.
Baba, I need to stress how important this date will be. Clearly you are important to Genji. He would not have brought you here otherwise. So just be sure you do your very best this time.
I thought you didn't like Genji. You know, when we first met, you seemed like you really didn't like Genji.
Well, while I do believe he is foolish and stubborn and immature and vain, you have reminded me that there is a good side to him as well. And while that good side is buried very, very far beneath his flaws, it is there nonetheless. So, I must thank you, truly.
Tell us how you really feel. Ah, Cupid. You're sounding all sappy. Don't tell me this is a teaser for the secret Cupid path of the dating sim.
Don't be ridiculous. If there were a secret Cupid path, do you truly think I would advertise it to you so freely? Besides, a path of that nature would be difficult to unlock. You would need to, say, successfully win the heart of both heroes to show me your commitment to love. Hypothetically, of course.
Of course. Hypothetically.
But enough about hypotheticals. You have a date to get to. Hurry up now.
With Cupid's vote of confidence, you continue your journey up the mountain. Eventually, you arrive in a quaint little village. Genji is there to greet you. Honestly, you don't understand why you can't travel together.
Baba! You made it. What did you think of the hike?
It was worth it to be here with you. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was worth it to be here with you, Genji.
I'm happy you think so. There are a few people who would be willing to scale a mountain to spend time with me, if you can believe that. It means a lot that you did. Anyway, I'm glad you're finally here. This place is very special to me, and I hope I can show you why. Come for a walk with me.
Gladly. You take Genji's arm. He leads you all around the village, and you can't help but bask in every sight. and all of a sudden, a diva bomb drops right onto the point, and everybody dies. Because the Reinhardt charged instead of using his shield. It's truly beautiful. Certainly not the kind of place you'd want to host 5v5 King of the Hill playstyle combat. But what's more beautiful than the village itself is the way Genji glows while talking you through it, recounting memories of the time he spent here. He tells you everything from the story of how he first arrived here to tales of his most trying meditations. After strolling a while, Genji takes you to old accommodations that housed him through his time in Nepal. Though he has been absent for some time, the room is still clearly his. There's an old mattress. Haori? 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 And a framed photo of Genji with his brother, taken years ago. Genji goes to say something, but someone else speaks first. Genji, you have arrived. Is that... It's Zenyatta. I hope you had a safe journey, my student. It's Zenyatta. How sad is it that the only place you can get Zenyatta content these days is the explicitly non-canon dating sim in that one short story? Well, maybe something will happen with that Remacher guy soon. Who knows?
Master, it is good to see you again.
Indeed. I heard that you were bringing a visitor, and I hoped I could meet them.
Of course, Baba. This is my master, Zenyatta.
You were ready for a trek through the snow-covered mountains, but this is basically like meeting Genji's parent. Is that weird for a third date? Doesn't matter. It's happening. Now it's up to you to deal with it. Give him a fist bump. You reach your closed fist out to the metal monk, and to your utmost surprise, he hits you with the sickest fist bump you've ever experienced. Absolutely radical.
A pleasure, Baba. I am glad to see you survived your journey here.
You're going to ignore the threatening aura of that sentence and let him keep talking.
It is rare for Genji to have company here. I sense he must be quite fond of you.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
Master, you're embarrassing me. I am sure your companionship will mean a great deal to him. He has always struggled to accept himself. Perhaps the acceptance of another will help him along his path.
You never realized how much your company might mean to Genji. To think, just a few nights ago, you were planning to enjoy the comedy stylings of literally anyone in New York City but yourself. Now it's entirely possible you're changing the life of an Overwatch agent. I believe.
Master, I sense I have surpassed my annual screen time allotment. I am afraid I will need to depart. But please, take my greatest blessings and enjoy the remainder of your time here.
The two of you say goodbye to Master Zenyatta, and when you're left alone, Genji's previous exuberance is gone, replaced with contemplation. Something on your mind, Genji?
Just thinking about what my master said. He was being truthful, you know. Spending time with you has done a lot to help my own sense of self. But I have to wonder. Baba, do you really think it's possible to know your true self?
Wow, to be honest, that's a far deeper question than you ever would have expected from the silly dating sim you signed up for. But you've come this far, right? What's the harm in one more question?
And that really is one more. I believe this will be your last chance to win Genji's heart, Baba. Use it wisely.
Well, what do you think? Can one know their true self? Now I face out, I hold out, I reach out to the truth. Persona? No? Okay. Yes, Genji. I do. I think everything a person goes through makes them closer and closer to finding out who they really are.
I'm happy to hear that. You know, when I first ended up like this, when my brother...
He trails off. Cupid watches him intently, his brow knit with pain.
I became bitter and a horrible person. I was so upset thinking I was wasting so much time as a person I hated. I feared I'd never get better. But maybe you're right. Maybe without that, I never would have found who I truly am. Thank you, Baba, for helping me realize this. Baba, I have really enjoyed spending so much time with you lately. It has been a long time since I allowed myself to get close to anyone. But I must admit...
Admit what, Genji?
I feel some guilt that you have not seen the real me.
You're a bit confused. You're pretty sure you've just enjoyed 3 dates with the real him, but before you can ask, he clarifies.
We've been spending so much time together, and you've seen only me with my mask on. And although my mask is extremely epic, it's not the true me.
What? It is really cool, though.
I know, right? But still.
Genji takes your hand into his. His green visor stares back at you, and you wonder what his eyes might look like beneath it.
Baba, can I show you who I really am?
Accept Genji's love. Of course. I love you, Genji. Genji puts his hand over his heart, shocked but not at all disappointed in your confession. After returning to reality, he chuckles under his breath.
It's funny. It seems I could deflect anything but love.
Mission accomplished. Moira sucked him. Okay, I don't like the connotation there, actually. Let's erase that.
And the beams, but mostly love.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Moira beams. Oh,
Is that Genji's shadow I see?
with great care, Genji reaches for his mask. Though he hesitates, he eventually builds the strength to remove it, showing you his true face beneath. Genji, you're beautiful.
If you believe so, then it must be true. It took me so long to come to terms with who I am now. No, knowing you accept me makes me confident it was worth all that time. I know my true self loves you too, Baba. You have embarked on the journey of love and found what you desire at the end. Love takes many forms, but it is always true. May you cherish this love with Genji forever and always.
I'm a lover and a fighter. That's pretty hype. That's pretty cool. You wooed Genji, a full-hearted effort. I like that. That's neat. Alright. Let's check out my rewards. That was really fun. I like that a lot. So I get the picture, a new title, and a highlight intro. Cool. That's awesome. I love this. How do I... Oh no. Oh no. I broke it. Oh no. I really broke it. Oh no. I have to unfull screen. Oh no, it's broken. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. Well, anyway. That concludes my Genji Loverwatch woo sash. I'll probably come through and I don't know, maybe do the Mercy one and record it, or just do the Mercy one on my own and then record the Cupid ending, because I've already seen the Mercy romance end. But it is what it is. We'll see what we want to do. Later.